We're live. I heard a little ding. So,
Ding.
hey, Internet friends, this is Magic Brad, Synergy Cafe, Synergy Collaborative, and we work together. And I got my friend Damon Dickinson. Yes, you there?
Good morning, Bradley.
It is a good morning. So it's Monday, isn't it?
Monday, rainy Monday morning.
Yes. I loved it. I went out and took the dog, and I put my face up in the air and let the water come down.
Yeah, it is a sweet, gentle rain.
So it's all point of view, perspective. That it felt good, it was refreshing, it's cleansing the earth. Other
Yeah,
people would
rain's
go,
good. We need the
it's
water.
washing all those toxic chemtrails out of the sky. It's all point of view. Okay, let's get into this. We've got another question from our beginner meditators, and they're wondering, where should I meditate?
Uh, it's good when it comes to meditation to have like a set place to meditate, because wherever we're embedding our consciousness, because when we're meditating, we're being in a particular, we're allowing ourselves to settle into deeper and deeper levels of consciousness and frequency, and typically our frequency is raising. We're getting into more subtle, gentler, clearer, purer states of consciousness, and the physical area around will begin to absorb that energy, and it will be easier the more that you practice in the same space, in the same place, for you to reach that place again. It's like an anchor that holds that energy. So, quite often in traditional, you would have a cushion or a seat or a chair of some kind that you would sit on. My teacher does actually like to recommend wood as one of the better substrates that absorbs and holds the energy, as opposed to metal or plastic or even cloth or fabric material. And yet all of those elements will absorb to some degree. They'll absorb and conduct. And I've meditated in different places. I've had a cushion in a place where that's all I did. I had a little altar and did that more in a Zen tradition for a long time. Interestingly enough, now it's quite a bit more casual for me, although consistent, and then I have this futon in my living room because I don't have a separate space for just doing my meditation, where I sit right in the middle of my futon, and that's my space, that's my place. And
You got like a double wide, triple wide altar.
right. Well, I don't even really have an altar anymore. I have like one little piece with just a candle on my table that serves as a coffee table and an office space and my altar. So it's the 3-in-1.
Cool.
Ultimate space. And yeah, I have a cozy little crib right now, and I enjoy it. It's sweet. That's a whole story in itself. But yeah, so where to meditate? Finding a consistent place to do it. Now, in a deeper sense, wherever we go, there we are. And so, talking about where we meditate, there's also this point of do we meditate from our head? Do we meditate from our heart? What are we focusing on? So this is a different place.
That's an interesting perspective, because I would immediately, when I read this thing, I thought, where should you do it? In the woods? Should you do it at your altar area? But yeah, that's a good point, because that's what intrigued me about how you taught, is getting out of the head, and not even getting out of the head, but going direct to the heart. So that's a whole new locality awareness. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, because ultimately, practicing a formal practice of meditation is really for us to then begin to bringing it into our everyday moments, our everyday life. And so actually allowing ourselves to come down into our hearts and being in a heart-centered space is where I have found the greatest growth and enjoyment and ease and healing and peace and connection to my higher power, all within my heart. And so, again, this where to meditate, I recommend exploring your heart as the place to meditate. And just like a turtle, wherever a turtle goes, takes his home with him, that's where we want to be. We want to bring our hearts with us as we go out into the world.
Okay. That's fascinating when you start being more aware and more conscious, because now when I'm starting to think about that term where, it could even be like, where on your schedule might you be meditating? That gets into the time, kind of when's the best time. But it
Right.
could be like, where in a timeline do you meditate? So my mind just kind of expanded from a place or a local location to a place where the energy flows in your body, or a place in the time space continuum. Fascinating where the mind can go.
Yes. And, like for me, the place where I most need to meditate is like in the car when I'm driving. So, you know, where can we most benefit from, practicing our meditation in real life? And it's like, yeah, when I get behind the wheel, that's where I can use it because I
Well,
go
see,
right.
there's another interesting idea, that you're in a car and the car is mobile. So where do you meditate? From here to the airport, I guess.
Yeah, staying in my heart, staying in the moment, you know.
And staying conscious enough to steer the wheel.
Yeah, just staying in my heart, staying in love and connection with everyone around me and in the present moment. And whatever my head has to say about what's going on with other drivers or even myself, that I can just, or the time or traffic or whatever it is, that I can just let that be what it is and stay present. And in
Well, I
my,
really like how we're getting to start condensing these questions down. And this, when you get this all collaborated or compiled into a library, I think it's going to be very valuable for people to be able to just go to all these FAQs, frequently asked questions, and get quick video answers. Because we knocked this one out pretty fast,
yeah,
and we got a few more to do.
yeah, and between my blog and then, compiling all these into a little book, I can see this being an ebook. I can embed the videos and the writing together. I think people enjoy that multimedia effect.
And the live events. I mean, we did that other event just recently and plan on doing others. There may be a FAQ tour.
Yes, and then moving into actually teaching people who want to learn more about their hearts and meditation for themselves together, like the actual technical steps on how to meditate and practicing it. And we'll be doing our beginner meditation course very soon.
Well, just a quick note on that. Then we should probably shut this off. But the whole world is kind of changing. I'm noticing a lot of entrepreneurial type people are taking on meditation because it's helping them so much. And years ago, it was kind of like, you're weird. That's what you do before you go to work. Don't you get to work and start working? But a lot of people take 20 minutes or an hour and meditate before they even get started. The whole business community is shifting
Oh
considerably.
yeah, I think I've seen several articles, even high-level CEOs, like, they make it part of their life just to deal with the stress and have clearer thinking and creativity and everything else before they get to work. So yeah, it is very much so.
Totally. So again, appreciate you taking the time, Damon, and then we'll see you at the next one.
All
So if you
right,
have
it's a
any
pleasure
parting
always,
thoughts
Brad.
you want to throw out?
Just keep doing it. Practice is the mother of progress.
Alrighty then. So everybody, peace, love, and happiness, signing off. Magic Bread
Peace.
and Damon Hart. Okay, take it easy.